Chasta and Huey. How we doing, brother man? What's going on with you this week?
I'm doing good. Oh, look, we got Dan DeLay already popping in to
Oh,
the
shoot.
chat.
Oh, Dan DeLay. Once again, y'all catch me right on time. Hi, guys. Dan, I have to sincerely apologize that I missed the Drawing Heaven show on Saturday. Jay and I had kid care, but only till 7:30, which did not allow me to get to Vinny's to see your show. So I'm sorry. Huey made it, but I did not.
Awesome hat.
I know. We have matching hats now. You have the black on black, which is what I rock.
They have so many options. And so it was hard for me to pick. I was like, which color do I want? But then I remember the black on black conversation we had.
That's
and
matchy.
Real talk, this is like high-end quality trucker hat. Like
that is true story. That's the best band merch hat that I've ever had.
I'm like amazed. Like this thing is like durable, tough, and like, man.
Yep. You know what that quality is? It's the same as my Iron Maiden hat.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if it's the same maker, but it's like that same exact quality. It's really, really good. Well done, Dan.
So shout out to Awesome Night. Yes. Drawing Heaven, Velvet Grave, and The Devil in California were phenomenal at one of our favorite venues here in the Bay Area, Vinny's in Cocker. And shout out Christine Lamori for another excellent show put together. And yeah, looking forward to the next one. I guess I'd say next Drawing Heaven show. Hasn't been formally announced yet, but
or has it, Dan DeLay? Would you like to give us breaking news on the pod? Feel free by all means. He said rad hat.
Yeah, can we break the news here, or should we save it? Let the bands announce.
Is there news to break? Is there? Do you know any?
He told me. He told.
Oh, okay. Well, then we won't. Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, Jay told you, or.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay. Boop, boop.
Yeah.
If they want to put it, they'll put it in the
comments. Yeah. We'll promote the hell out of it anyway.
Yes,
so
absolutely.
Okay.
All right, back on track. What's new with you?
I'm doing pretty good outside of like the fun show Saturday night. I've been dealing with some personal chaos when it comes to fraud.
Personal chaos.
Yeah, this all started last weekend. So last Saturday, we had the big St. Patty's Day party over at OPL in Half Moon Bay. Come home after an amazing night and go to bed. Wake up the next day to he's already shared it already.
Okay, here we go. June. Drawing Heaven, State Line Empire, and Eris at Caravan in San Jose. Caravan Line in San Jose.
Yeah. Dun, dun, dun. Breaking news.
That's gonna be awesome. I can I have my handy dandy little calendar here, and I can show you that I already had it on the calendar right there. You probably can't see, but
Yes. Looking forward to that show. Thank you, Dan, for letting us break that news here.
That's breaking news. See, bands, if you watch the pod, you just might get a free breaking news mention. We love it. Dan DeLay is here every week, and we love him for it. Okay, so back to fraud. So what happened?
So I woke up Sunday morning and I got a text message from Wells Fargo. It said, "Hey, we declined this charge. Dave & Buster's, $95." And I'm like, "What?" So I go online, check my bank account, and sure enough, there was like a handful of charges on my credit card for random things that I didn't purchase. It was like 2 different online clothing stores. It was
So I was going to say we were just at Dave & Buster's together a couple weeks ago.
A month ago, yes. Yeah. But this was different. And then it was let's see, AMC movie theater, 2 online clothing stores, a Wingstop, and it was like just random things that I was not at in the last week. So I panicked. I immediately called my bank, and shout out Wells Fargo. They were on it. They immediately canceled the credit card. They said they're going to refund me those charges. Don't worry about it. And I'm like, great. So this is last Sunday, the 16th. They sent me a new credit card, which, by the way, it's funny with you. I don't know if you ever dealt with when you got a new credit card. Don't they say, we could send you a credit card. It'll take 7 days. Is that okay? And I'm like, in my head, no, like I need my credit card right away.
Tomorrow.
Yeah. They're like, okay, we could send it to you. Expedite. Is that the word? Expedited?
Yeah. Expedited shipping.
Yeah. In 2 days. So you get Tuesday by FedEx. I'm like, okay, cool. It's like, shouldn't that be the standard? Like, give me the
they charge you for expedited?
No, they said for no extra charge.
They're just trying to save money. If you don't need it, if you're not going to live life for the next 7 days, like what is that?
Exactly. So that's my thing. Is like, first off, like, shouldn't everyone get their credit card ASAP? We all need it in this world now, but unless you're like my dad, who likes to use cash on everything. I know cash is king still, but anyway, so I get the new credit card Tuesday. I'm like, all right, cool. I activate it, and then a couple days later, I'm like, let me double check my bank account, make sure I got my those fraud purchases repaid back to me, refunded to me. And so I logged online, and sure enough, there was a couple that they missed, or there was a couple that came up like I didn't notice, right, because everything was still processing. So there was like 3 more. So so I called them like, hey, I noticed we missed one, and there's a couple other ones here, and like these were new credit card. So they said, okay, got it, we'll refund you. I'm like, great. So that was, I think, Thursday. So then Saturday, I get up. I'm like, okay, let me double check. It's been a couple days. Let me see if those have been refunded to me. Sure enough, I log online. There's another charge for like $646 to another clothing store in like New York. That's the thing too. Like somebody say NY. I think like the Wingstop was like in San Diego. The one said like TX. I'm guessing Texas. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And so I immediately called Wells Fargo again and said, dude, there's another charge. That's not me. And so the lady's like, let's review your recent purchases. I'm like, okay. And this is like kind of embarrassing because they're reviewing my purchases. Like,
what did you buy, Huey?
Well, sure enough, they're like, okay, like middle or early this morning, Taco Bell, $34. I'm like, yeah, that was me. That was my brother.
Wait, early this morning. Does that mean like drunk food? Okay, got it.
But just like pick up, because I pick up Tommy and we get back to Alameda around like 11 o'clock. And so
it wasn't breakfast.
No, it was still like a very late night dinner. And then they're like, okay, 7-Eleven. I'm like, yeah, that's me. So like my rotation of credit card purchase, it's like 7-Eleven, Taco Bell, some sort of fast food, Target. There's even a Costco purchase. Like, yeah, that's me. I bought a $1.50 hot dog drink combo. And so it was just funny, like reviewing my purchases. But yeah, that big charge for the clothing, I'm like, nope, that's not me. I'm in Northern California. I'm not in New York. So they're like, okay, they checked that purchase. That was with my new credit card that was like barely a few days old. I'm like, how the fuck did that happen?
How is that even possible?
I have no idea. So so I immediately canceled the new credit card, the second credit card, and they said they're going to refund me. So I'm supposed to get my new credit card today. So fingers crossed, I'm going to keep an eye on the porch and pick it up ASAP. But anyway,
speaking of the porch, hold on. Let me interrupt you right there because I'm wondering, where was Daddy Delmore? Did he leave his post? We have discussed on this podcast that your dad sits by the window and watches for porch pirates and whatnot.
Yes.
So like he should be watching for credit cards, mail getting stolen. Like, Daddy Delmore, where you at?
Well, and he remembered because he has the cane that turns into a sword that pulls out the sword.
Right. That's my point. That's how this whole thing came to be.
But the other thing too, remember, Chasta, I showed you yesterday, last week in the mail, I got a letter from the Alameda Police Department. And I was like, what? Like, I never seen this before. I open it up. Sure enough, it's a letter from a detective that I've been the victim of a fraud situation. Like me and a bunch of other people, my name was part of one of the victims of this big case that they're working on. I don't know how much else I'm allowed to say. But anyway, I haven't had a chance to kind of, well, first I got the mail and I'm like, is this real? Like, can I confirm that this letter is for real? I went to the police station the next day and sure enough, yes, it is real. They took my info and I'm supposed to hear from the detective, but I don't know if this is a separate issue or the.
Every time you say detective, I'm like, next episode of True Detective.
Or Law and Order. Dun, dun.
Huey is getting investigated. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm going to take this seriously because this is freaking annoying.
So I don't know if the credit card situation and like this Alameda police thing are one and the same, or it's two separate incidents. But like I told you this, like last summer, I swear to God, I mailed 2 checks one night at the post office. I sent off. Yes, I still write checks for a couple things.
Yeah.
And so I sent it off. Both of them did not land at their destination. 2 separate destinations in America.
I remember when that happened, actually. That was last year.
They did not arrive at their location. And so I was panicking. And then immediately I was like, where did they go? Because this is not coincidence that 2 of these checks did not make it. So I wonder if that's the fraud thing. Because the lady told me with the police department, I've been the victim of potentially mail theft. So I wonder if that's the stolen check situation, and then the credit card thing's a separate thing. It just fucking sucks right now dealing with all this. Like, having to check my account every day, make sure there's nothing extra there, and make sure I go to the ATM, have extra money in my wallet, so I'll spend money like cash instead of using my credit card. So
That's
we'll see
ridiculous.
how it goes. Yeah, it's been a pain in the
Hey,
ass.
well, tell your dad to get the cane sword, dust it off, and get back out to the porch because he needs to be watching for people who are stealing your mail. That happened to a friend of mine in San Francisco, and it was a really big deal. I don't want to scare you or anything, but it just became a huge pain in the ass. They stole
Yeah.
her identity, her husband's identity. They were opening credit cards in her children's name. Her children at the time were like 7 or something. I mean,
Jesus.
it was a huge mess. So get with that detective and get on the next episode of True Detective with Huey.
I'm gonna send my dad with the detective to chop up someone.
If you know Daddy Delmore, ladies and gentlemen, you do not want that guy to be on any bad side of anything.
The sword king.
He
As
he gives 0 F's and he will fight you. He will cut you with his sword cane.
as his old best friend, Brother Bradley, local Alameda legend, Brother Bradley, he used to say, "I'll drop you like a bad habit."
Your dad is one of the most entertaining fellows that I know. We have had plenty of dinners with your dad, and and I love him so much. So, all right, well, he needs to get back to the porch and start shivving people.
He's over there. He's in the other room right now. It's like, wake up, get out there.
Wake up, Dad. Get out there. Get up. Oh, well, I'm sorry. I don't want to make light of that situation because that's really shitty.